صباح الخير يا شباب والصبايا. اسمي الدكتور واديم زايدشكов وأنا أرحب بكم من بيت الروسي في بيروت ضمن النشاطات المكرسة لعام علوم والتكنولوجيا في روسيا. فاليوم نحن سوف نتحدث معكم عن الذكاء الاصطناعي. فيحتوي الذكاء الاصطناعي وذلك يعتبر من الموضوعات المثيرة جدا في القرن العشرين، خطوات مذهلة إلى أمام. فنحن نستخدم الذكاء الاصطناعي باستمرار في حياتنا اليومية، فغالبا بدون أن نعرف ذلك. مع ذلك حتى اليوم يحتل الذكاء الاصطناعي حيزا كبيرا في روايات الخيال العلمي وشاشات السينما. بعض المؤلفين يرسمون صورة مخيفة للإنسانية وسيطرت علينا من قبل الآلة، بينما يرى آخرون العكس ذلك، أي أن الذكاء الاصطناعي مساعد مخلص وصديق للإنسان. أين تكون الحقيقة؟ ما هي حقيقة الذكاء الاصطناعي؟ هل سيتفوق اليوم على قدرات العقل البشري أم أن ذلك حدث فعلا؟ ما معنى الذكاء الاصطناعي في العلوم؟ لماذا من المهم التطوير الذكاء الاصطناعي الآن وفي أي اتجاه؟ من أين نبدأ وأي اتجاه نختار إذا كنا نرغب باختصاص في مجال الذكاء الاصطناعي؟ ما هي مسؤولية تجاه إنسانية فيما يتعلق بتطوير الذكاء الاصطناعي، وهل سنصبح تحت السيطرة الترميناتور؟ اليوم ستصعدنا جامعة نوفوسيبيرسك الحكومية وباحث رائد دكتور في علوم الفيزياء والرياضيات يفغيني بافلوفسكي على فهم هذه الأسئلة. Yevgeny Nikolaevich, we welcome you from the Russian house in Beirut. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us about artificial intelligence. Where can one study this specialty? And is there a chance that will be overtaken by Terminator? Прошу вас включить микрофон.
Hello, dear colleagues, dear Vadim. Thank you for presenting me. And I'm going to answer these questions. Will the Terminator defend us, or we can overcome this? So I'm going to tell that I'm made a title for my presentation. It looks at artificial intelligence. You know, that is like looks at artificial intelligence. So a few words about me. I'm a data science associate, recognized by EMC company in 2014. Now I'm doing research at the laboratory of machine learning in Nowosibirsk State University, and I'm also member of expert council in Technopark, so I'm familiar with entrepreneurship, and actually I have more than 10 years experience in machine learning and data science. So what I'm going to talk today is to present you the artificial intelligence domain, where you can imagine what the new possibilities arise, and what you can, the part you can take in this venture, and what possible threats to overcome, what is the influence of artificial intelligence to the society. You probably know that the word robot arises from Karl Čapek drama, which is called Rossum's Universal Robots. It appeared in 1920. It's a long time ago, more than 100 years ago. And robot at first was the word denoted of hard labor. So now we have a lot of different robots which came into our life maybe before our birth. And now they're able to do many cognitive functions that usually people do. That is like vision, so-called computer vision. It's now some artificial intelligence algorithms can recognize objects at higher level than the the human do. It also can hear goods and can transcribe speech, can advance, like now we are using Zoom for translation, and you probably know that how Zoom handle with spoken words. If you lost some connection for several seconds, it compress into smaller one and put you like in order to not miss every word. And for this is the artificial intelligence algorithm also are used. So many of these cognitive functions are already already enabled with artificial intelligence. What's else to say? It's a praxis that was previously, when we talked about artificial intelligence, like in science half a century ago, the problem was like artificial intelligence more intended to do intellectual work rather than muscles do. For example, someone can say that chess is more intellectual game rather than football. But in case of artificial intelligence, the more complex thing is to play football rather than to play chess. Now we do not have any algorithm that allow artificial intelligence to play at the same level as human in football. And the open question is about creativity. And I will show you some slides where algorithms do creative job. So what the key factors enabled us to use artificial intelligence at human level? You need to know that the first is data. We have a lot of amounts data available. That is, I highlighted scientific because scientific was the first data to collect it in a more like appropriate way, more quality. We have as phenomena big data, a lot of like your photos kept in clouds and so on, and commerce data. So we have this huge component. The second component is the development of computational systems like central process unit and then geographical process, GPU, tensor processing unit, and even quantum processors, which like your picture you can see here. And also these two parts are connected by algorithms, which also has been developed a lot. And we now have like deep learning agent systems and even hybrid algorithms, which provide a good quality to solve simple and not simple tasks. So you know that we achieved, like society and humanity achieved good performance on graphical processing units and tensor processing units. It enables us to train deep neural networks. And now some quantum processors are in use already. You may like find on Amazon, for example, some cloud available cloud quantum processors. So when we talk about artificial intelligence, it is the path which is like algorithmic copy from which usually people do. We go from data by pre-processing, data transformation to knowledge. And that way was prescribed for researchers, but now it's what algorithms do. They take initially raw data, try to do some extraction, processing in order to achieve like information. And then from information, they try to catch models, how we can predict future states of objects. So like the key concepts which everybody needs to know, that the data differs from information, the information differs from knowledge, and even we have wisdom, which is also another kind of thing. We can store data, information, and knowledge on storage, represented in terabytes of like data, but we need to distinguish between these key things. When you get the difference about these notions, you may start to learn artificial intelligence. Now I'm going to tell you what kind of achievements of artificial intelligence we have now. At first, I want to show its creativeness. This neural network was trained to reconstruct animal, in particular cat, from any sketch. So you can see here a sketch of X letter with eyes, with nose, and artificial intelligence algorithm built its own representation of a cat of this form. So why don't we say, okay, it looks like it's creativeness. The second interesting thing that was achieved is distributed representation. It's like kind of scientific idea or framework that every people has their own mental representation of things in minds. Even when we talk together, we build our general representation. And in particular, in this deep learning science, they call distributed representation, which made available such amazing thing like you may subtract from image another image, add one more image, and obtain interesting results. When we see the first image some man with glasses, we subtract image with man and add woman. What we'll achieve? We obtain woman with glasses. So by this, we see that artificial intelligence is now ready to catch main notions that people usually can. But can we do it in seconds to draw such sketches? Yeah, I don't know whether we can. Also about creativeness, and now here you can see some computer vision problem. It's called style transfer. So a neural network learn a style of drawing from Picasso and draw my image, like my picture as painter. That's pretty good, I think. Even more, some scientific and artificial technology made us able not only to generate art, but to catch faces in a lot of video. Even you can see here it's transferred style of our well-known academician Mikhail Lavrentiev, who organized our academic городок, academic city, where more than 30 institutions are situated, and where our university is also situated. And this bounding rectangle shows that here is the face, and 95% it's Mikhail. So a neural network, even more, it can recognize from style transfer pictures. Why is this possible? Some people say that the convolutional neural networks were invented, and that's why we are able to extract features from different data in automatic way. So we do not require here handcrafted features to describe an image. A neural network will discover it by itself. That's why a revolution came to artificial intelligence domain. So what we have now, it's such a development of artificial intelligence which try to use quantum advantages. And here some links for well-recognized scientific journal Nature, where some algorithms proposed how to use quantum advantages for for machine learning problems. So, but you may ask me, if we have such a good artificial intelligence algorithm, why does our life not change in a good direction? And this slide you can see like what the expectations we have about artificial, by artificial intelligence, some self-driving cars will serve us. But indeed, what we have not self-driving cars, but we have taxi. For example, in Russia, we have several providers taxi, which is driven by human, but who give them task? It's not operator, it's artificial intelligence who direct them how to get to this place, where to get, when to get, and whom they need to pick at this place. So from expectations that artificial intelligence will help us, now we have a situation where artificial intelligence really direct our life in the way we do not know. And by this, it's a big problem arise, which I suggest you are able to resolve. We call it ethic net. So if we train artificial intelligence, then it gives more skills. It may earn such more skill that will be able to do everything. But we need to train people. We need to care more about people and put the artificial intelligence to help people get more skills. So the same schema for data, information, knowledge, and actions, that is also applicable for artificial intelligence. It may take data, process data into information, like extract some information, then extract from information some patterns, put into knowledge, and then instead of wisdom for people, artificial intelligence has action. Then artificial intelligence may act and react in self manner. So now we have, like in Facebook, in many social networks, some content showed you by your preferences, which were extracted by artificial intelligence. So in order to put it helpful for us, we need to take care about values. So now these human values, which we, with our master students, highlighted for those who want to work with artificial intelligence, to research on these problems, they need to have the following values: truthfulness, validity, consciousness, to be knowledgeable, and even more, to have ethical professionalism. We conclude about these values in two directions. The first direction is dilemma between business value and values for society. You may see that it's a little bit different. You may bring more values to business, but put harm to society. So you need to have self-balance in it. And also that's personal, to have some personality and loving heart to people, to other, like other beings, even love technical systems. So in application to science, what we can say about artificial intelligence? It can bring us new science. Here on this slide, you can see how deep convolutional networks was used to detect gravitational lens. That was a good achievement. So we can use artificial intelligence to tackle new scientific problems. More on this slide, you can see some applications to boson Higgs finding, to high energy physics, and to astroparticles and astronomy, where new algorithms were applied to achieve new results. And on this slide, you can see a comment from DeepMind director about using numerical solutions for Schrödinger equation for quantum chemistry, and they also able to model by neural networks some scientific problems on given computational power. So I would suggest you, if you are interested in doing such research in artificial intelligence, either if you want to bring new value or to avoid wrong usage of artificial intelligence for people, we present our PhD program when we take artificial intelligence to help do science. In our PhD program, we have close connection to Russian Academy of Sciences, and many academicians made us able to do this science. So like we really stand on the shoulders of giants. What about my research we do in in our laboratory? I give some examples. First example is a kind of surveillance system for security compliance, where by artificial intelligence we monitor does a person has a helmet, safety line, and we provide an alert in case of these events where the person does not hold these things. That is actually computer vision problem. The second case is when we process audio data in order to identify people by their voice. So we even made some small Telegram bot where everybody can check the system. And one more example is natural language understanding system, natural language processing. So like it made able to train a system with few examples to extract named entities from text and extract relations. Here you can see an example of a word like Azerbaijan Foreign Ministry, its organization, highlighted by blue, and Elmar Mamadyarov, a person, highlighted by like bronze. So that is done by algorithm. And what the research we are now doing is brain tumor segmentation and classification, where we investigate on like MRI images and apply artificial intelligence to extract is situated in the borders and all the substances and cardiologist. So that three directions we combine into multimodality. That is also like good concept in artificial intelligence to put different modalities, audio, video, and text to represent it as one artifact in some like distributed representation. So we like from one story, you probably know how to realize elephants. If you like have different ways to approach to him, we need to have general representation from all our sensors. So my presentation is going to end. I just want to show where I'm now sitting at in our university. It's in Green Forest. And one more answer to the question arises like in the beginning, what to start from. It's to do some job in artificial intelligence, you need to have good knowledge of programming language, in particular Python. Of course, you need to have good background in linear algebra and analysis, and which is more productive now, it's to have skills in deep learning, and probably for future use, it's good now to start learning quantum machine learning because it's quite promising direction. If you now already know these things, I would recommend to continuously study, to monitor some papers and try to reproduce their results. Then to monitor some top conferences, the list of which I provided, that's New RIPS, Clear, ICML, and CVPR, and so on. These conferences represent top level of artificial intelligence research over the world. And then, of course, to extend your mathematical and applied background basis on which you may stay learning new algorithms. So as for the directions of further research in artificial intelligence, I can highlight the following. It's on the one side, it's fundamental, on another side, it's applied. In fundamental way, it's a way to learn more about statistical learning theory. It's really the basis of current level of artificial intelligence. Then it's well-known deep neural networks. It's still higher interest of researchers computer vision, signal processing, and reinforcement learning. And some researchers claim that reinforcement learning may overcome all the issues of artificial intelligence. So at the final step, I would recommend you to follow this magic formula to save humanity. We hear from different sides, from different ways, intention to digitalize our life. But we propose the following formula. Digitalization is bit. It's big data with intelligence. We do not claim here that it's artificial, it also can be natural. And of course, talents. Talents is the basis for all the processes of development of humanity. So by this, I ended my presentation and I'm ready to answer your questions.
Thank you very much, Yevgeny Nikolaevich, for the interesting lecture, and I think it will help to future students to make decision about their future profession. So I know that you have another guest from your university. It's student from Egypt, Muhammad.
ايوه انا هنا. اهلا.
مرحبا يا محمد. يعني هل انا فهمت صحيح عشان انت درست في جامعة نفس التخصص وانت صرت خبير في ذكاء في ذكاء الاصطناعية، صحيح؟ ممكن تحكي بعض الكلمات عن الخبرة التعليم في جامعة نوفوسيبيرسك الحكومية، فأي أفكارك شو تحب تعمل في مستقبل، أين تحب تشتغل، وأن المستقبل هذا الاختصاص حسن في الشرق الأوسط.
اوكي، انا محمد الاول، انا من مصر، وانا درست ماجستير في الذكاء الاصطناعي في جامعة NSU، واوريدي انا خلاص الماجستير. انا بجهز ورق ان انا ارجع. انا في روسيا حاليا بجهز خلاص الورق بتاعي خلاص ان انا راجع مصر. وبالنسبه لي انا كنت خريج كمبيوتر ساينس، بعد كده درست شويه في الذكاء الاصطناعي لان شفت ان هو خلاص هو المجال القادم للحاجات كلها. بقت كل الحاجات تتجه للاي اي دلوقتي. فبدايتي انا ازاي درسته كان في الاول ان انا لازم اعرف شويه بروجرامنج، الاول نعرف شويه كونسيبت عن البروجرامنج، وبعد كده ماثماتكس، وبعد كده نبدا نعرف ايه هي الاساسيات بتاعه الاي اي وايه بنستخدمه في ايه وايه الفرق، ايه المصطلحات المهمه اللي فيه. وانا بعد كده بدات ادور بقى على الانترنت ازاي ان انا اطور نفسي وكده. فلقيت الجامعه اللي انا فيها دلوقتي، او اللي اوريدي خلصت الدنيا فيها. ف اقول لكم يعني البروجكت انا كنت شغال عليه. انا الاول كنت شغال في الستريمينج داتا اناليسيس اند ماشين ليرنينج لابوراتوري، ده لاب المسؤول عنه دكتور يفغيني في NSU. وكان شغلي عن حاجه اسمها الفيديو ديبس استيميشن، او ازاي نعمل ديبس استيميشن للايمجز، وازاي نحدد ده بيبقى مفيد ان احنا ازاي نحدد الاوبجكت بعده عن الكاميرا. زي ما انا بتكلم كده، ازاي اقدر مثلا عن طريق الصوره اللي انا فيها دي احدد بعدي قد ايه عن الكاميرا اللي انا بتكلم منها. ده مفيد طبعا في مثلا العربيات ذاتيه القياده او السيلف درايفنج كار. وكان ليا زمايلي شغالين في بروجكتس تانية زي البرين تيومر، وازاي يعملوا الانهانسمنت للالجوريزمات المشهوره فيه. وكان ليا ناس تانية شغالين في NLP والشات بوت والحاجات كده كلها. فده الدنيا كانت هنا ماشيه بالتطور ده. بالنسبه لل NSU جامعة محترمة جدا هنا في روسيا، والدنيا المعيشة كويسة جدا. أنا بالنسبة لي مبسوط جدا من المعيشة في الجامعة هنا، وهم عندهم يعني ستاف محترم الصراحة، بيتكلموا إنجليزي مقبول إلى حد ما وكويس جدا زي دكتور يفغيني ما بيتكلم. فالدنيا مريحة جدا هنا بالنسبة لأي طالب عاوز يدرس. بالنسبة لي أنا خلصت الماجستير، وكان عندي نية إن أنا أكمل، بس أنا الصراحة فضلت كنفسي إن أنا أشوف مكان تاني، تجربة تانية. بس أنا بالنسبة لي مرتاح جدا هنا، ومش مشتكي من أي حاجة، وهم عندهم إمكانيات كويسة جدا. يعني أنا يوم ما اشتغلت كان المفروض بشتغل على موديل محتاج إن أنا أعمل له ترين، ما قدرتش اعمله بالكمبيوتر بتاعي. احنا طبعا في الاي اي لازم عندنا بيبقى موديلز معينه لازم ندربها، بعد كده الموديلز دي تقدر تشتغل هي لوحدها بعد ما احنا ندربها. فكان محتاج امكانيات عاليه، ما قدرتش انا اعمله بالجهاز بتاعي، فبالتالي وفروا لي هم الامكانيات دي. عندهم امكانيات الصراحه محترمه كتير هنا، وساعدوني ان انا اخلص الموضوع ده. مش انا لوحدي، معظم زمايلي كلنا دلوقتي ناشرين وحاجات، يعني شغل كويس عاملينه جدا. وبالنسبة بقى للمعيشة هنا، لو حد يعني عاوز يجي يدرس هنا، فطبعا احنا في روسيا الدنيا يعني اكيد الجو مش يعني مش سهل، او الدنيا صعبة شوية في الشتاء. لكن هم عندهم يعني الامكانيات، عندهم مباني كلها مثلا فيها تدفئة والدنيا مظبوطة جدا. بس شوية في الشتاء الدنيا بتبقى صعبة، لأن درجة الحرارة ساعات بتوصل لمثلا ماينس 42 ماينس 43. السنة اللي فاتت كان في يوم من الأيام واصلة لماينس 45، فكان جو طبعا رهيب جدا. لكن غير كده الدنيا كويسة جدا، والطبيعة هنا جامدة جدا، مفيش أي مشاكل. بالنسبة لي أنا بريكومند أي حد إن هو دلوقتي لو يعني خصوصا ليه في البروجرامينج أو ليه في الكمبيوتر ساينس عموما، لازم يحاول يبدأ يخش في مجال الذكاء الاصطناعي، لأن هو بنسبة كبيرة جدا هياكل بعد شوية. يعني زي ما بنقول في مصر عندنا هياكل الجو، أو يعني هيبقى المجال المسيطر على الدنيا كلها بعد شوية. والدنيا يعني على الإنترنت متوفرة بشكل رهيب جدا، أي حد يقدر يتعلم أو يعمل أي حاجة هو عاوزها. وأنا مستعد لو في أي سؤال في أي حاجة، أنا معاكم، مفيش أي مشكلة.
شكرا جزيلا يا محمد على كل هذه المعلومات. أظن إن شاء الله الطلاب سيستفيدوا منهم. وعندي أسئلة لدكتور يفغيني كمان. شكرا لك، أتمنى لك بنجاح في المستقبل في دراسة في عمل. شكرا جزيلا. Yevgeny Nikolaevich, I have a question for you. How can a student from Lebanon or another Arab country apply to your university to this specialization? And am I right that you have a program in Russian language and in English language? Thank you.
Yes, we have a Russian and English taught PhD program in this direction in deep learning and applied quantum machine learning. So to apply, you need to pass to our website. I can provide a link where some documents like master degree needed, some several CV, an application motivational letter, then apply and come through the procedure of admission. That's all.
So first of all, students need to use a website to have information. Yes.
Yes.
They need to send some papers to the university.
Yeah, they need to apply with like through the website. They apply, and we then consider their documents in formal way, and then organize the interview and examination.
Do you have an idea about the cost of this course, about the price? Because it's, I think that's also it's important information for the students, or maybe
so,
students.
Yes, the price is $5,500 per year. It's for 3 years. It's for those who want to pay from their own, and on Russian taught a PhD program, it's also some scholarships available, like, but starting from next year. For this year, only only on paid basis the program is open. So starting from next year, we will have scholarships which cover all the tuition fee, except probably like dormitory expenses.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yevgeny, for this interesting speech, and I think that we will visit this university, your university, in our project Explore Top Russian Universities with Russian House in Beirut, and we will show to our auditory from Lebanon, Syria, and another Arab country. We will show this university, and we will talk about all specialty. Thank you very much for interesting discussion and interesting topic. It's, I think that's we don't need to be afraid about the Terminator. So,
okay, that was a great honor to give a presentation for you for Lebanese. So that's really great possibility.
Good luck. Have a nice evening. We have a different timing zone between Beirut and Novosibirsk. It's about 4 hours different. Yes. Thank you very much. I will speak some words. I will talk some words in Arabic language. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening. يا أصدقائي الأعزاء، اليوم نحن زرنا جامعة نوفوسيبيرسك الحكومية، فكانت عندنا محاضرة عن الذكاء الاصطناعي، فتستطيعوا تدرسوا هذا الاختصاص في هذه الجامعة، وهي جامعة تعتبر من أقوى جامعات في روسيا، جامعة الرائدة. فكمان جنب الجامعة موجودة مدينة علمية فيها أكثر من 30 مؤسسة علمية، وضمنها كمان هذه الجامعة. فأكيد تستطيعوا أن تستفيدوا من التعليم اختصاص جديد، وطبعا هذا الاختصاص الذكاء الاصطناعي يعتبر اختصاص مستقبلي. فأتمنى هذا الفيديو وهذا البرنامج اليوم تكون مفيدة لكم عندما سوف تختار اختصاص للمستقبل وتختار جامعة للدراسة أو دولة للدراسة. أتمنى جميع المستمعين بنجاح، وشكرا مرة ثانية لدكتور يفغيني وللأستاذ محمد لمحاضرة وبرزنتيشن ممتع. فبعد أسبوع نحن سوف نزور جامعة جديدة، فأكيد نحن سنرجع لهذه الجامعة ليست كمحاضرة، سنزور جامعة ضد مشروعنا نفتتح جامعة الروسية.